Greetings fellow gamers, I'm the Soulsborne Seeker and I'm back with a new video showcasing 20 upcoming indie Metroidvania games you probably haven't heard of, expected to release sometime in 2023 or later. Before we start, as always, a kind reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel if you end up enjoying this content, since it will help me reach even more people and spread the knowledge far and wide. And now, without further ado, let's dive into it. We begin our journey with Alaric, a Metroidvania boomer shooter inspired by games like Castlevania and Doom. While not much is known about the game's story yet, its world will feature a diverse range of environments in which you'll have to shoot and blast your way through legions of monstrosities that are out for your blood, using an array of different ranged and melee weapons, including shotguns, revolvers, sniper armaments, and even a whip, just to name a few. Alaric features an RPG system in which you gain experience points from each enemy you defeat, which result in leveling up your character and gaining power-ups that unlock new paths for you to explore. With an incredible soundtrack to boot, Alaric seems to be a truly fun experience if you're into fast-paced shooters in the vein of classics like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Alaric has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Next comes Awita, Journey of Hope, a 2D action-adventure Metroidvania game with a focus on sword combat. Here you brandish the blade of Awita, a young girl whose village is struck by a devastating epidemic, forcing her to go on a quest for a remedy that will save her community. On your journey, you'll get the chance to battle against formidable foes, but also forge alliances with a variety of different characters that will cross your path. With an abundance of diverse biomes populating an expansive world that can be explored in non-linear fashion, as well as a fast-paced combat system to master, Awita Journey of Hope seems to be a title to look out for. Awita Journey of Hope has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Following we have Crave, a hand-drawn action-adventure Metroidvania title with a beautiful art style. The game transpires in the ruined realm of Foghorn, a land without a ruler that has descended into lawlessness and fear. You take on the role of a werewolf as you wander this dark world in search of the reasons behind its downfall, clawing and biting your way through beasts and men alike. What's interesting about Crave is that you will be using the heightened senses of our protagonists, such as your sense of smell, in order to chart the layout of the kingdom and map out the areas that you discover. Crave has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Moving on, there's Dewborne Dawn, a hand-drawn story-rich Metroidvania that draws inspiration from games like Hollow Knight, Sekiro, and the Legend of Zelda series. The story takes place in the world of Ephemer, a place ravaged by a cataclysmic plague known as the Spirit Blight, a malady so strong that even the gods themselves died in their attempt to thwart it. With their final breath, the deities channeled all their strength into protecting one last, uncorrupted mass of land that came to be known as the Final Bastion, a place rumored to be completely free of the corruption. You are Dew, a strange creature that awakens within this sanctuary, devoid of memories and in possession of a weapon able to resist the scourge. Dewborne Dawn places a lot of emphasis on non-linear exploration, containing a wealth of optional secrets to discover, including powerful upgrades, elective bosses, as well as NPC quest givers, just to name a few, that can be discovered in the order of your choosing. In addition, the game features an ally system that will have you joining forces with various different characters that you meet on your journey, with each one bringing unique skills into your arsenal. It might interest you to know that as of the publication of this video, Dewborne Dawn is running a Kickstarter campaign, the link of which can be found in the description, as well as my channel's community tab. Dewborne Dawn is currently slated for release sometime near the end of 2025 and has been confirmed for PC and Nintendo Switch, with plans for PlayStation and Xbox consoles later on. Farther down the path we have Fountains, an isometric action RPG Metroidvania Souls-like hybrid game. The dark fantasy world of Fountains is home to the Fountain of Youth, a legendary place that has been hidden away by dark forces. However, there is a prophecy that speaks of the Usurper, a person fated to slay the evil known as the Ageless and unearth the fountain once more. You take on the role of an aimless stranger recently imprisoned by a tyrannical regime, who manages to escape and embarks on a treacherous journey across a massive, interconnected world filled with dangerous enemies and well-hidden secrets in an effort to uncover the mysteries of this war-torn empire. Fountains features a focus on tight combat, requiring lightning-fast reflexes in order for you to emerge victorious, thus staying true to its Souls-like side, while at the same time involving ability acquisition for both combat and environmental traversal, effectively incorporating its Metroidvania elements. Fountains is expected to release in December of 2024 and has been confirmed for PC. Next up there's Kingsgrave, an action-adventure Metroidvania game placing weight on combat, puzzle solving, and base building. Kingsgrave thrusts upon you the crown of a dead monarch who returns to life only to find that his kingdom has been decimated by a disease that has claimed countless lives and left monsters in their place, abominations that now hunt the remaining survivors. As the rightful king of the realm, you take it upon yourself to eradicate the plague and restore the land back to its prosperous state. The game draws heavy inspiration from the Legend of Zelda series for combat, puzzles, and traversal, giving it a nostalgic feel. Of note here is that a big part of the gameplay concerns the gathering of materials in order to rebuild villages, which will allow you to bring people back to their homes and at the same time increase your strength and unlock new abilities by doing so. Kingsgrave is expected to release sometime in 2024 and has been confirmed for PC. Then comes Lumnis, a 3D action-adventure Metroidvania title influenced by The Legend of Zelda as well as the Dark Souls series of games. The once peaceful land of Lumnis has fallen into darkness ever since the arrival of an evil being. You step into the weathered boots of a wanderer who wishes to become the next guardian of Lumnis and rid the land of this malediction. In order to do that, you will have to travel across the world and gather the 11 keys of Ono scattered around Lumnis, before finally being able to reach the place that will allow you to be named as guardian of this world. Lumnis pays homage to the way Zelda games treated progression, featuring the discovery of a variety of different tools that enrich environmental traversal and access of previously inaccessible areas such as ice axes for rock climbing and shields enchanted by light to make your way through dark caves. On the other hand, combat is largely based on the Souls formula, utilizing a stamina meter as well as necessitating proper dodging and attacking to survive your encounters. Special mention should be given to the game's art style, that focuses a lot on minimalistic visuals that evoke an atmospheric ambience. Lumnis has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Coming up next we have Mainasutto I'm Not Alone, an adventure Metroidvania themed around time and choice making. Mainasutto is situated in a world where time has stopped, perpetually stuck in the same night since before anyone can remember. The land is ruled by the Council, a group believed to have found a way to make time move again, and opposed by a second group known as Reminiscents, comprised of individuals who have memories of the world before the incident that made time stop and who believe the Council to actually be leading the world to its end. You will play as Keybold and Ebura, two separate characters and members of the opposing groups who are racing against each other in order to discover the pieces of an ancient artifact said to be granting the power to control time. The game will feature the standards of exploration and discovery expected of the genre, but where it differentiates itself is through its decision system. Playing as each of the two characters, you will come across certain choices whose consequences will lead either one of the two factions to victory and the world to separate fates. Mainasutto I'm Not Alone has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Going onwards, there's Moadra, a fast-paced action Metroidvania game with dark science fiction elements. The universe of Moadra is home to the Nira, an alien race that deploys an expedition to the long-lost planet of Protea 6, a place that holds vast importance for them since it was the home of their ancestors. Unfortunately, something goes wrong and the Nira suddenly lose contact with the members of the expedition team, who go completely quiet. You wield the plasma cannon of the titular Moadra, a member of a new expedition that goes to the mysterious planet in search of the previous group, only to be separated by his team as he slowly realizes that the environment is much more hostile than initially anticipated. As you are forced deeper into the bowels of this world, you will clash against fearsome creatures and slowly unveil the secrets that will reveal why your ancestors disappeared in the first place. Moadra features frenetic combat segments against onslaughts of abominations, putting your reflexes to the test as you jump and blast your way to victory using a variety of different weapons and abilities that you get to evolve through an upgrade system that allows you to approach character development in a way that meets your gameplay style. The game also boasts tough as nails boss fights that will push you to your limits in order to beat them. Moadra has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC.
Go forth and be the savior of the world.
Next comes Neon Moon, a stylistic Metroidvania title focusing on platforming and a strong narrative. The world of Nightlight is a wondrous and treacherous place, a place haunted by an enigmatic force known as Dark Night. As our nameless protagonist, you will clash against this mysterious entity on your way to forge your own legend in Nightlight while you uncover the deep lore hidden across the realm. Neon Moon features challenging platforming segments and battles which you will have to brave by utilizing a variety of different abilities as well as tools, traps, and items you will be able to craft. There's also a side quest system in place, through which you will get to meet various different characters living in Nightlight and gain rewards upon completion. Neon Moon has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Continuing our journey, there's Twilight Monk, a fantasy kung fu adventure Metroidvania game inspired by the comics of the same name. In Twilight Monk, you'll get to hunt down and destroy or subdue powerful creatures named Dark Sprites as Raziel Tenza, the last descendant of a race of demon hunters. The game utilizes an open world viewed from an isometric perspective that you'll get to explore, including towns you'll visit to stock up on equipment, as well as dungeons to delve into as you pursue your prey, full of areas for which certain abilities will be necessary to gain access. The map also offers a variety of different secrets to discover, including secret dungeons, and spans multiple continents. When it comes to your foes, it will be up to you to decide whether you're going to destroy them or recruit them, effectively adding their power to your own arsenal. Twilight Monk is slated for release sometime in 2025 and has been confirmed for PC and Nintendo Switch.
Now it is your time to die.
Next on our way, we find Revenge Crystal Project, an action RPG Metroidvania Souls-like game with a top-down isometric perspective. In Revenge Crystal Project, you don the armor of an amnesiac knight who must fight back against unknown invaders that have taken over his world. The game takes place in a big, interconnected realm that you will get to explore, a place filled with obscure secrets, fearsome foes, as well as tricky puzzles you will have to overcome on your way to victory. There's also a leveling system involved, reminiscent of the Dark Souls games, that allows you to upgrade your character's statistics based on your gameplay style. Revenge Crystal Project has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC.
I have to believe in myself. An end to evil that haunts us.
Following, we have Sophie Starlight Whispers, an action-adventure Metroidvania with RPG elements and a solid narrative. Unknown entities of darkness have invaded the kingdom of Sharon, unleashing an incurable disease upon its citizens in the process. You are Sophie, a girl that finds herself unaffected by the malady, making her the only person capable of fighting against it. However, your immunity makes people distrustful of you, having them believe that you're the reason for their suffering. Regardless, you decide to persevere through the adversity in order to defeat the creatures responsible for this curse and save the world from its torment. The game places a strong emphasis on combat, starting you off with a simple sword but eventually unlocking 4 different schools of magic for you, namely offensive, medicinal, spatial, and psychic, all of which will help you prevail over your enemies as well as allow easier traversal of the map. It is of note that the environment plays an important role in making your life easier, with certain plants replenishing different aspects of your character such as essence and spirit energy, making observation of your surroundings important. Sophie Starlight Whispers has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. A bit beyond there is Holo and Veil, a science fiction Metroidvania game with a strong classic RPG foundation that draws heavily from Nintendo's Paper Mario. The game is set in the underground, the vast ruin of an ancient spacecraft buried beneath the surface of the world. You'll get to experience the dual role of Holo, an ambitious adventurer, and Veil, the guardian of a village from the underground, who will have to work together despite their differences in order to reveal the secrets of the fallen ship. On their trip, they will come across allies that they'll be able to recruit, who will help them with their clashes against the hostile ecosystem of the derelict spacecraft. On that note, it should be mentioned that Holo and Veil utilizes a turn-based combat system reminiscent of classic RPGs like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, requiring strategy and tactics to emerge victorious. Holo and Veil has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC, with further plans for consoles if the game is successful. Over yonder we find Dear Crusade, a 2D Metroidvania roguelike game with a big focus on puzzle solving. Here you'll follow Diri, a brave Mayan girl who comes across a malevolent figure that seems to have harmed a majestic deer. Curious, Diri approaches the dying animal only to realize it is the divine avatar of a deity that entrusts her with a magical stone of immense power. Unfortunately, the dark figure is revealed to be one of the lords of Xibalba, the plane where lost souls roam after death, who corrupts and shatters the gem, scattering its pieces across Xibalba and trapping Diri in that same realm, while also inflicting a curse upon her. With courage on her side, Diri embarks on a quest to recollect the gem's fragments in order to return home and restore balance between the earthly realm and the world of the dead. Dear Crusade's roguelike nature lies in the fact that every time you start a new game, the fragments are located in different places, leading you to discover new areas with every playthrough. It should be noted that the game won't feature a map, instead relying on your intuition to figure out where to go. The game has an active Kickstarter campaign as of the moment of this video upload, whose link can be found in the description for those interested. Dear Crusade has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Onward, there is Psychepath, a 2D Metroidvania game based on the Greek myth of Psyche and Eros. Psychepath reveals the story of Psyche, the daughter of a king whose beauty made the goddess Aphrodite herself jealous, leading her to command Eros to kidnap the mortal girl and make her fall in love with the most dangerous creature in Tartarus. In a weird turn of events, Eros ends up falling in love with her and decides to bring her to his realm instead. Away from home, Psyche starts on a quest to escape and return to her own world while exacting revenge on the deities that wronged her. Psychepath largely revolves around fast-paced combat, where mastering evasion, defense, and offense will be paramount to your success. It will also feature a vast crafting system with more than 100 unique items to forge and utilize, which will influence the way you fight and navigate the map. There's also a choice structure in place, with decisions you have making an impact on the world around you, effectively leading to different endings based on your approach. Psychepath has a planned release for July 2024 and has been confirmed for PC. Then comes Slime Course, an action-adventure Metroidvania title with a focus on shape-shifting. The once peaceful and free jungle world of the game has been under the oppressive thumb of beings known as the Rulers for over a decade now, their influence having turned the flora and fauna of the world hostile. After learning of her father's death at the hands of the Rulers, Bonnie, our protagonist, vows revenge and goes on the hunt to bring them down. Bonnie is a member of a race of slimes with cores at their center, some of which have the ability to absorb the cores of enemies in order to take on their characteristics, which is the main gimmick of Slime Course. Transforming to different foes grants Bonnie unique abilities that make combat and exploration easier. abilities that may also be upgraded to become stronger or become capable of being combined with other abilities for more intense results. Featuring more than 9 different biomes, each with its own enemies, challenges, and secrets to engage with, Slimecore seems to be aiming to satisfy the explorer inside fans of the genre. The game has an active Kickstarter campaign as of the moment of this video upload, whose link can be found in the description for those interested. Slimecore has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Third from the end, we have Soulblade, a 2D platformer Metroidvania title with a unique approach to combat. While not much is known about the game's story as of now, its main selling point appears to be its sword-clashing mechanism, which is intended to raise the intensity of battle to new levels, emulating a similar feeling to martial arts movies you may have seen. Soulblade is expected to come out sometime in 2025 and has been confirmed for PC. Nearing the finale, there is Syncope, an adventure Metroidvania with a beautiful art direction. Here you play as Soul, a boy capable of fighting with sword and magic who goes on a journey to rid this world of the evil that is plaguing it. Your quest will pit you against a variety of more than 20 different enemies and take you to a diverse range of biomes, both above and below the ground. The game also features an artifact fusion system that allows you to create new abilities to help traverse the world and access previously inaccessible areas. Syncope has no release date as of yet, but has been confirmed for PC. Finally, we have VonGarland Castle, Sacrilege of the Night, an action-adventure Metroidvania game that acts as a love letter to the Castlevania, Super Metroid, and Mega Man X games. VonGarland Castle tells the story of the cursed VonGarland family who, 240 years ago, struck a deal with the evil vampire Gulakard, giving him wealth and sanctuary in exchange for immortality. You take on the mantle of the family's descendants as they try to slay their cursed ancestors and rid their lineage of this malediction. On a basic level, VonGarland Castle functions similarly to the Mega Man games, featuring several stages that you can visit in the order of your choosing and can revisit later on to discover new secrets based on new abilities you have acquired. It is of note here that the developer has said they are also working on a future update inspired by Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which will introduce a massive castle for you to explore in true Metroidvania fashion, including ability-gated exploration and backtracking in a unified interconnected map. VonGarland Castle Sacrilege of the Night is expected to release on the 4th of December 2023, at which point it will become available for PC. What did you think of these games? Did you already know about them? Are you planning to try any of them out? Let me know in the comments below and feel free to point out any obscure titles you may have come across. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, Soulsborne Seeker out!